Good morning, teams.
Morning.
And welcome to a Rookies versus Veterans final week.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Hey.
How we feeling?
Tired. Ready.
How about a big hand of applause for Jordan and John Knight? They just took home the backyard zone, which earned them $3,000 in prize money and $1,500 for their fellow veterans, Michelle and Allison.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Courtesy of the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. John and Jordan, it's time to update that scoreboard one last time.
This is the most important time in this competition to have an extra $3,000. I mean, this is our last chance to add value to this home. And we are gonna use that money to put our name on that street sign.
We are tied 3-3 after 6 weeks. The good news is, after this week, someone's taking home the title.
Right.
This week, it's about curb appeal. You'll be finishing the exterior facades you started back at the beginning of the competition and designing an upstairs bedroom and balcony. These are the final spaces. You've got 5 days left here in Utah, and that's the time you have to complete your houses. All season long, it's been blind judging, but now it all comes down to the appraisals from 3 local experts. Let's face it, a Rock the Block competition just wouldn't be complete without a property brother in the house. Jonathan Scott will be joining us to offer his expertise on all the spaces and then meet with the appraisers to determine the winner. This week isn't like the past 6. You guys are being judged in the full picture now, where every design decision and every ounce of added value really matters. You'll also get the chance to tour each other's homes.
Yeah.
It's about time, guys.
And thanks to Wayfair, you'll have furniture and decor to finish these spaces. I know you're tired, but this is it. This is the final push. So let's get to work and good luck.
Nice. Do it.
We had $20,000 left to spend on one big ad to win this competition.
This is something that nobody else did. Nobody else put solar panels up on their house.
We used the connection that we have in the solar industry. We reached out for $20,000 all in.
Lindsay and Leslie put solar on their house last time, and it got them the win. And that is the game changer we needed.
How stoked are the buyers gonna be? They have a full solar system with 2 batteries.
Let's go, babe. Let's go.
No, let's go. This is, let's go.
All right, let's get this sod rolling. You get it? I get it.
All right, I'll get it rolling if you keep bringing it over here.
All right, all right.
I think a lot of homeowners now are going for a more low-maintenance exterior. The stone and the stucco is gonna give these homeowners peace of mind for decades. We're creating a small front yard with the sod to give the front exterior some color and some life. But we're also surrounding it with some white rocks, which will help keep the dust down and make the yard low maintenance as well. Then just make sure you get it nice up tight against the grass.
All right, so you just place this on there?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
You be careful with it, but
Cute.
here's your arch.
Should we bring it up?
We sure can.
Going into this competition, our strategy was to be smart with our money and be smart in spaces.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that paid off because we're in the final week and we still are able to do our biggest built-in yet. This week, we definitely want to go out with a bang. We definitely have some hard value ads going in this week on top of just making sure everything looks perfect.
Oh, I love this room.
It turned out so cute.
Got the final piece.
I love it.
Every space has like well thought out plan.
Yeah.
And we created a house that is very true to the area and very true to who we are.
I feel like people maybe doubted us in the beginning,
Yeah.
but I feel like it just made us want to go even harder.
I know that pushed us to even go harder.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I freaking love it, babe.
It's just gorgeous.
I mean, it fits perfectly.
Ohia lehua is the name of the flower and the tree that is on the wallpaper.
Ohia grows from decimation, from lava flow. The significance of ohia is significant here. You're taking raw land and creating these beautiful structures.
It was definitely a bold choice. Because we added all this square footage and made this room feel the way it feels, this is gonna help us for sure with that overall appraisal and winning what matters the most, which is everything.
While Michelle focuses on the gym, I'm gonna work on the front door.
I am doing a treatment called Shushugiban. The whole point is to burn the wood, to get that texture, to bring out the natural tones.
This is the technique I used on a built-in that I did season 1. Look at that one. It got such a great reaction then, and I feel like it's gonna get an even better one this time.
I could never afford a door like this. So instead, I'm gonna make it. And that's creativity points, check, check, check. The appraisers are gonna look at this and lose their minds. They're gonna know it's custom and so valuable. This is a veteran move again.
I am building a pretty rustic gym. I am using cedar, and it's actually the same cedar that's on the exterior of our house. I love the idea of working out and getting that fresh morning air, seeing the view of the mountains, etc. So this, feeling like a part of that, just felt right. But now that I'm seeing the wallpaper next to the cedar planks, the wallpaper is more a picture of texture than actual texture. It's detracting from the rest of the design. It may have to come down. Extra. I say nix it.
With the prize money that we won from our backyard, we want to do something a little special in this house.
So we have these electric curtains. They can open and close at the press of a button.
This is something the appraisers are definitely going to notice.
This is money in the bank. Time for the big reveal.
We got to get the bedding on, we got to get this place staged, and we are at the end. One last one. Oh, no. One last.
It is chaos. We don't have a facade on the house. We don't have our garage doors. We don't have our landscaping. So, yes, I love this. And honestly, looking around, no one else has a planter. It's gonna make a huge impression. This adds value. It's a custom planter box. I love it. I'm gonna go forage now. I'm gonna out into the wilderness and forage. I need to go get some really pretty prairie grasses and put those in my planter box. I'm gonna get dirty. Okay, you're gonna do it better than me. I can't even get into the earth. There we go.
How's that?
That's called a win, yes. I mean, look at that. The planter boxes, they can't just sit there with little piddly plants in them. I need this to feel like mountain desert. You gotta forage, you gotta get your hands dirty sometimes. And by get your hands dirty, I mean get your landscaper to get his hands dirty.
I have 2 more.
You got all 3 of them?
Yes.
We put up the beautiful Ohia Lehua wallpaper, and now we're putting up the shelves that are going to be the finishing touch for this amazing dry bar.
We couldn't afford upper cabinets. Shelves were the next best thing. We're essentially out of money after our big solar power install.
Not only does it look super, super cool, but it's super functional.
And it's custom.
Yeah, I mean, this is your guest suite.
Yeah.
This is where all your storage is. You could put a coffee machine up here.
It really is designed so that anybody, a guest, they can be up there and be totally sufficient.
And it's a built-in, it's storage, it adds value. This room is great.
Yeah.
We have a tiny home coming, getting parked on our RV pad.
Yeah.
This is the perfect little missing puzzle piece for our family home.
We feel like our biggest competition this week is actually our fellow rookie team, Tristan and Kamahai.
Their solar panels are gonna be tough to beat, but with all of the value we've added into this home, I feel great about our chances.
She is the cutest thing.
I like it.
The RV pad
We drove around this town and noticed that everyone has it. And so I think it's perfect for this area. I think it's gonna pay off when the appraisers come through.
And the tiny home is a fun way to show how the future owner could use the RV pad. We're yeehawing all over this place.
All of these are beautiful houses, but every house also has complete different character.
Agreed. Well, right now, it's in the hands of 3 unbiased, local, independent appraisers walking the spaces to assess these houses' fair market value. And after we talk, you'll meet with them to get the final numbers.
I feel like a win tonight from the Brothers Knight would not surprise me. They've done a good job. They've added hard value in the yard, in the landscape, and inside. They've really pulled off a pretty spectacular finish. Chelsea and Cole just bring this fun dynamic. I do think their constant focus on family throughout the whole house, as well as some pretty savvy budgeting moves. That combination is their power move. This is my first time experiencing what they can do, and it was a wow. The Kalamas have this really bold, beautiful space. I love that moss wall. I think that's my favorite feature of the house. You literally want to stand on the stairs and just stare at it. And I do think something like that adds value. I actually really liked that layout with the kitchen at the back. I feel like that might have been a missed opportunity for the other teams who all decided to keep it safe, keep the kitchen inside.
That brings us to Alice and Michelle. You walk in the door, you're gonna expect greatness.
Yeah.
So they have to deliver.
Oh my gosh, they did. They did a really good job. The most important thing, the elephant in the room, the casita. It's not adding square footage to the main house, but the way families are today, people are working from home. Maybe you want to have in-laws or guests or somebody stay. That is a fully self-contained, livable space. That was a really good decision. There are certain things that are just nice to haves, and there are other things that actually raise the value of the home. So when we look at all the numbers and all the data, especially for this area, the stuff that buyers are going to pay more for, I think that is going to clearly indicate who wins.
Well, sounds like it's gonna be a close call no matter what. Head on over to meet with the appraisers, and I'll see you on the block in just a few.
It all comes down to this.
Tonight, we celebrate you and the incredible homes you leave behind here as your legacy.
When you arrived here 6 weeks ago, you were given houses that were basically empty shells, and they were worth about $750,000. You were then given $250,000 each in order to improve the homes, plus an additional $50,000 to do something special in the backyard. So $300,000 altogether. That brings you in at a little over $1 million per property. Well, I am very excited to say that the winning house appraised for $1.4 million.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
That's wild.
That's an increase of over $300,000. Wow.
Wow.
All right, here we go. John and Jordan Knight, we're gonna begin with you guys and your modern farmhouse.
You guys really brought your A game. You walk into that main suite and it was like, you guys were ready to impress. In that bathroom, the symmetry when you walk in, the 2 arches leading into that extended shower. We could have showers with 20 people in it. Massive. But that tile choice, that tile, the color was gorgeous. The copper tub, all of these elegant finishes, just makes you feel good being in there. In the backyard, the greenhouse, what an incredible entertaining space. The goat barn, that's great. The deck is amazing.
Thank you.
Next up, Chelsea and Cole.
Cowboy contemporary. I loved it right from the start. I grew up on a ranch. We were all about cowboy culture, but you did it in such a tasteful way that I think somebody coming from the city, someone coming from the country, everybody would love that home.
That means a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I was taking selfies in that barcade. I was sending my kids photos. I was sending my brother photos. It was a really cool space for both the grown-ups and the kids. And even in the backyard as well. You guys did an incredible job. Trampoline, that massive play structure, and everything fenced in. I think you really had the most complete manicured yard of anybody because it was fully fenced and it was really fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to talk about our super team, Allison and Michelle.
Not only having been on the block several times, our only returning champion to the block, the stakes were very high. I think you guys probably expected a lot of them. I know I did.
Certainly.
And we walked in and you delivered. The kitchen. Wow. Your taste of materials from the green stone, very bold, but tied in perfectly to the finishes of the sink. the fridge, and the range. Everything was pulled together really, really well. I don't want to cause any drama on the block, but I think your main suite may have been the best.
Hey.
It was really, really well done. In fact, there were so many surprises too. Somehow you also managed to put a casita in the backyard that also had multiple bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen, everything. Today's family is really looking for flex spaces. They're looking for somewhere where they can work from home, have family stay. I thought that was a really clever idea. And you tucked it back so nicely that it framed the back of the yard. So that was really well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, Tristan and Kamahai.
Walking up to your house, it just looked fantastic. In fact, yours was one of my 2 favorites. And we got in and all those touches, bringing Hawaii into this Utah area, I thought it was done in a tasteful way. I love the kitchen. You're the only team who flipped the layout of the kitchen, had it right at the back of the house, and then you could open up that window to serve your guests outside. Really smart. I think that's something that's gonna relate to a lot of people who want to have a house like this to entertain.
Thank you.
Downstairs just kept getting better and better and better. I discovered there was a movie theater, and then there was a bar behind there. It was almost like a speakeasy because it was another room, and then an entire wine room. Someone who's getting a home of this size and of this quality, a wine room is a really smart choice for using that space.
Love that.
Thanks.
What's that?
So you may be wondering what that sound is. That's 300 drones taking off behind me.
What?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What?
Oh, yes.
Dude, that is wild.
How is Daddy?
Oh my gosh.
They've just been released to announce the winner tonight in the sky.
All right. Yeah.
That is sick.
So pretty.
The difference between first and second place was just $35,000.
What?
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
This is it.
3, 2, 1. And the winner is...
Here it comes.
Allison and Michelle! Congratulations!
Oh, man.
You guys.
Congratulations.